Actor Dean Butler from the TV series Little House on the Prairie has a mission in far upstate New York. He played the husband of author Laura Ingalls Wilder, and his character, although a bit fictionalized, came from a real place that you can visit. The actor sometimes travels to the home to help ensure the farm immortalized in a famous book series remains respected and in good repair.
Right here.
Oh, she wants you to sign it her favorite chapter.
Okay, right back here?
Yeah.
Keeping house.
Ma and Pa go away.
Yes.
And what does Eliza do?
Make ice cream.
Girls in pigtails and other folks can chat with their TV hero whenever he visits the Wilder homestead in Malone, New York.
I've watched your show since I was little. Well, in high school.
Homestead officials say this man draws the kind of attention the property needs, thanks to his close ties to a former resident with an unconventional name.
Almanzo. It caught me.
In my head, he's still Almanzo.
Almanzo Wilder roamed these grounds as a farmer boy in the 1860s. His childhood was immortalized in a little house book written by his wife, Laura Ingalls Wilder.
Could you put it to Carter and Linda?
Now people want their little house books and photographs signed by actor Dean Butler. He played Almanzo Wilder on the NBC TV series Little House on the Prairie.
I don't know if he was as heroic as she wrote him, but that's fine. You know, he's her husband and she's telling a story for children, and so he's going to be heroic. He was a person. You know, he was a real person. He was the son of a farmer. He loved horses. He loved farming. He lived to be a farmer. That's what he wanted to do. That's a pretty simple life. There's a certain nobility about Almanzo in his simple life, and about both of them in their simple life together that's really special.
How important is the Wilder homestead to you?
The Wilder homestead is sort of a second home. There's something about this place that is spiritually very powerful for me. Knowing that there is this historic connection to something that I was involved in very personally. So it's a special place. I've gotten in my life so much from this association. Little House on the Prairie, totally unexpectedly, has been the gift that keeps on giving for me. I want to give something back to it.
It does need some help, this second home for Butler. Since the 1980s, the house where the historic Almanzo grew up has operated as a tourist attraction. Visitors may see the pantry where Almanzo's mother kept homemade pies, and the parlor where Almanzo accidentally stained the pristine wallpaper after hurling a blacking brush toward his bossy sister.
The blacking, the stove blacking, and she repairs the wallpaper.
Remember that?
Wow.
Now, the whole house needs repairs because of drainage issues and other concerns.
The house for many, many years has had 4,000 or 5,000 people a year going through it. That's wear and tear on the physical structure. So it has to be maintained. And of course, you know, everybody who lives up here knows, the weather here can be very severe, from extreme heat to extreme cold, to a lot of moisture, to, you know, all those things. So roofs, paint, all of that is critical to the long-term integrity of the property.
The home proudly stands as the only Little House property written about in the book series that still sits on its original foundation.
That makes it very unique unto itself. That's another reason to take care of it and protect it, because it's the only place that's left.
That's where Butler's star power comes into play.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
An appearance by the actor at the farm attracted a crowd to the launch of a major fundraising campaign. The day featured apple cider making, old-fashioned fun, and interaction with Little House fans.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good day.
It brings a lot of people in. They pay admission and they purchase cider and books and photos for Dean to sign.
We read the book last year, so.
Which book did you read? Farmer Boy.
It also brings a lot more awareness to us as well, so it has a marketing aspect to it. Just the chatter on Facebook before this event happened, when they heard Dean was coming, was phenomenal.
It was an honor to meet him.
He hasn't aged at all.
Our biggest events here have always been when Dean has been here.
It's a place I always wanted to visit, just to see the barns and the homestead, and just really excited to get here. Then when I found out Dean Butler was going to be here, that made it even more exciting. I had him sign the Farmer Boy book, and I even had him sign the back of my Little House on the Prairie t-shirt. So yeah, it was pretty exciting.
Some fans find it exciting to talk about a mistake made on the TV show.
Your name is actually Almanzo,
Almanzo.
not Almanzo.
Right, that was a mistake. It was a mistake. I know. We should have been saying Almanzo the whole time. But the first person to say the name on camera when we were shooting, and this was May 22nd, 1979, at about 10 o'clock in the morning, the first person to say the character's name on camera was Lucy Flippin. Laura, I'd like you to meet my brother, Almanzo, is what she said. And that was it. Now, Michael may have never thought about it, but that's how Lucy said it, and that's how it stuck. And we started getting letters immediately about it. And of course, once we were committed, it wasn't going to change.
The gift shop sells a CD with Laura Ingalls Wilder pronouncing her husband's name correctly.
The old house, just as described in the book, still stands on the old farm where Almanzo worked and played.
Also in the gift shop, a documentary about Almanzo, produced by Dean Butler. Money from its sales benefits the Wilder property.
Almanzo was the youngest of all, and this was his first going to school.
While researching it, Butler learned facts about Almanzo's life he hadn't known while working on the TV series with writer and director Michael Landon.
I asked Michael early on, what do you think I should read? Are there things that you would suggest that I could look at? And he said to me, all you need to worry about reading is what I write. Just do what I'm asking you to do and you're going to be fine. Afterwards, I did the Almanzo Wilder Life Before Laura documentary. I obviously got much more interested and focused more on Farmer Boy and a little bit more the history of the time and so on.
Preserving literary history is a motivating factor behind the fundraising. The organization United for Libraries named the homestead a literary landmark in 2015.
When you walk into that house and you've seen the Garth Williams illustrations, he came and drew the illustrations in the house. So you're seeing it. He saw it, you're seeing it, and now you're physically in it, the way he was in it, the way Almanzo was in it.
Folks, this is the entrance to the big or the middle barn, as it's referred to in the book.
Expanding the tourism potential of the homestead is another major force behind the fundraising.
We see people here every week from some other continent other than North America. If we can continue to expand that will help in the tourism base in the North Country.
Organizers say meeting their fundraising goals would create an endowment for the property.
Then you have a guaranteed income coming in on a yearly basis.
No one has to open their bank account and empty it for the Wilder farm, but coming here, buying a ticket, buying a book, making a contribution online of $5, this is just, it's simple, incremental giving to create a capital base underneath this place that will allow it to continue in a healthy, successful way for many years to come. I don't want this place to go away on my watch, my lifetime. I can't control, none of us can control what's going to happen long term, but I'd like to have an impact on seeing it be successful moving forward.
So the Little House TV series ended in 1983, but you're not done with the Wilders, are you?
I'm never going to be done with the Wilders. It's the series, the movies, the books are part of my life. It's being involved, taking a stand, and doing something. And when it comes to Little House, I'm always ready to do something. Nice job.
Butler produces programs for the Golf Channel and spoke at a golf fundraiser for the Wilder homestead as well. Homestead officials hope to raise $5 million in the next 5 years to add full-time professionals to its volunteer staff and to add buildings to the property reflecting agriculture in the 19th century, all helping increase the value of the homestead as a tourist destination. Organizers are looking to attract grant money, patrons, and donors to help with the fundraising campaign.
Spotlight is supported by the Glenn and Carol Pearsall Adirondack Foundation, dedicated to improving the quality of life for year-round residents of the Adirondack Park.